So I'm going to start this off with a story by my boy Eric Thomas. Now, there was this young man, and he approaches this guru of success and wisdom, and he tells him, you know what, hey guru, I want to be on the same level as you. I want to be successful. The guru looks at him, and he says, if you want to be successful, then tomorrow morning, meet me at the beach, 4 a.m. The young man sits there, he looks around, and he's like, at the beach? I want to be successful. I want to make money. Why do I need to meet you at the beach? The guru looks at him and he says, if you want to be successful, you will meet me tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. at the beach. So the next morning, the young man goes, he's at the beach, he sees the guru. He goes up to him and he's like, all right, here I am. I want to make money. I want to be successful. I want to be something. The guru looks at him and he says, okay, if you want to be successful, go out in that water. The young man looks at him and he's like, man, I already told you, I don't want to go out in the water. I don't want to be a lifeguard. I want to be successful. What is this? The guru says, if you want to be successful, walk out in that water. The young man turns around. He walks out in the water. He gets up to where he's about waist deep. He's standing there. He's looking around. And he starts thinking, you know what, man? This old man's out of his mind. I'm not out here to be a lifeguard. I'm out here so that I can be successful. I'm going back. He turns around and he starts walking back. And the guru's like, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. The young man said, I do. And he said, well, how bad do you want it? And he said, real bad. And he said, okay, well, if you want it real bad, then go back into that water. Go a little bit further. The young man turns back around. He starts walking a little bit further in the water. The guru comes up behind him and holds his head down underneath the water. Now, just before my boy's about to pass out, the guru picks his head back up and he says, I got a question for you. When you were underwater, what did you want to do? The young man said, I wanted to breathe. The guru said, as soon as you want to succeed, as badly as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Now, guys, think back to a time when you wanted something, when you wanted that game, when you wanted to go to Starbucks, when you wanted to go to that party. And then think back to a time when you needed something, when you needed those Jordans, when you needed that bottle of water, when you needed to get those grades in that one class. Now, when you wanted to go to Starbucks, you went a little bit out of your way, oh, hey, can I get a ride? If it didn't work out, no big deal. Oh, let me check and see if it's in my budget to get this game. If it's a little bit too expensive, it's no big deal. I'll pass on it. Hey, when I went to this party, I could probably pass on it because, the people that I think are going to be there aren't going to be there. But you think about those times when you needed something. When you needed those Jordans, you saved up every dime, nickel, and penny. You recycled. You mowed the lawns on the weekends in the neighborhood. When you needed that bottle of water, you would have fought your cousins for it. When you needed those grades, you stayed up for 3 all-nighters just so that you could get that A. Now, the difference between want and need, it's subtle, but the results are night and day. When you want something, you'll displace yourself. You'll do a little bit here and there. Maybe you'll get it, but if you don't, it's not that big of a deal. But when you need something, there isn't anything in the world that will stop you from getting it. Gravity could invert itself and people could start flying into the sky. But when you need something, that doesn't matter to you. Now let me leave off on this. As soon as you change your mentality of what you want to something that you need, then you'll be successful. When you think that you need to be a great manager as opposed to thinking that you want to be a good manager, then you'll be successful in your workplace. And that's management.